My paper was on the community of Makiki, which is a community within Honolulu, Hawaii, and I just wanted to show you an overview of that town. Kind of stretches over here from the valley over to the city, and I just wanted to give you an overview of that. These are the headquarters for Hale Kipa, which is one of my favorite community agencies in the Makiki area. I've used this agency for questions for other school projects just because I believe in them so much. Hale Kipa means friendship house. There's just a lot of services for youth as their target demographic that they help. There's a lot of emergency shelters all over the island. They have independent living programs. Actually, they have some of them right across the street. Those are housing facilities for some of the youth that transition into more independent living and have their own careers and just still need that kind of case management type support. They have other foster care programs, work programs with Paws for a Cause, which is a dog shelter, dog boarding house that the kids help with, so that's really interesting, and other career services. They also have a lot of therapy programs and education opportunities. Now we are about a mile down from my last community agency I showed you, Hale Kipa, to show you Safe Haven. It's a community agency for adults, and I'll get a little bit closer, but I wanted to show you right across the street is New Life Church, and they help with a lot of people who stay at Safe Haven and utilize their services. So now we're coming up on Safe Haven. Actually, this gray building and the adjacent tan building are both considered Safe Haven under the company Mental Health Kokua. And I'm actually not going to go inside because I use this agency on a weekly, sometimes daily basis for my clients as a case manager for dual diagnosis adult clients with mental health and substance abuse issues. Across the street here you can see is the plaza, and there are medical services here. So there's a clinic here for the homeless and also a dental clinic. Really, Safe Haven is exactly as it sounds. It's a safe haven for people who don't have anywhere to go during the daytime hours, where during the night, if they are and they are sleeping in shelters, or they have group housing or some kind of housing situation, there's not a lot of opportunities for them during the daytime. So this is a pretty good view of Makiki looking down on the valley. This is just a couple blocks from the church that I showed you, and this street goes up the mountain a little bit. Oh, perfect timing. It's a rainbow going up towards the mountains, the ridge there. And I just wanted to show you my last community agency, Catholic Charities. And it's actually a beautiful location. I've never been here before, but I call them a lot as a case manager to utilize their services. They're an amazing organization. And I just wanted to read to you real quick their mission statement. We are a community of hope that promotes the dignity of each person by helping others empower themselves. So obviously they are a faith-based organization, but they help people of all walks of life, and they help with food, housing, domestic violence issues, sexual assault issues. They do so much for a lot of people in need in the Makiki area. That was my bus that I just got off of in downtown Makiki. There's the bus stop. Really, really convenient, really easy to navigate. And this stop that I came to is the Iolani Palace grounds. It's kind of in the distance there. I just wanted to show you and I'm gonna get up closer. This is the palace from this street view, looking straight forward. The tours start from around the back side, and the surrounding buildings, that's the cathedral where they would attend their services. And this is the park, the grounds, where they would have parties and celebrations. In the distance there are some of the guest quarters. The first and second floors of the palace have been restored, and they're open to the public for guided tours. I've had the opportunity to go with family members several times who have come to visit Hawaii, and it's just an absolutely beautiful restoration. They did a beautiful job. They showed before and after pictures in a lot of the dining rooms and the guest rooms and the maids' quarters and kitchen area. It's just really, they really did an amazing job. Again, a little bit more up close. Here's some of the surrounding buildings. That's the archive building where they house a lot of their historical information. There's the palace a little bit more up close. And just to give you an idea, this was built in 1882 by King Kalakaua along with his sister and successor, Queen Liliuokalani. One of the cool things is the coat of arms can be seen throughout the palace, and it indicates its motto, "The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness." So that's their motto, and they make sure to put it throughout the palace and throughout the grounds and some of the other buildings. So this is the Iolani Palace from across the street. We've walked across the street now, and I wanted to show you the old courthouse, Ali Iolani Hale. And this is a historical landmark for a number of reasons. The original courthouse was built in 1852. I hope you can see it. The sun is pretty bright. In 1872, King Kamehameha V designated funds to rebuild the courthouse, and it was finally finished in 1874 under King Kalakaua. And one of the reasons this is such a historic landmark is because of the statue of King Kamehameha V, and I'll show you that up close. This is the famous statue of King Kamehameha. This is a famous historical landmark in the northern Makiki Punch Bowl Tantalus area. It's basically just northern Makiki, and this is the National Memorial Cemetery within the Punch Bowl crater, which I'll tell you more about later. But this is the cemetery, and it's just really, really vast and beautiful, and they keep it really, really, really nice. This project was originally intended around 1943. The governor of Hawaii actually donated this location to the War Department for this memorial instead of selling it. And the project was deferred until after World War II. And you can see all those little markers. 13,000 soldiers and sailors who died during World War II are laid to rest here. So this is Thomas Square Park in Makiki, and it's just a couple blocks from some of the historical sites that I showed you, like the palace and the courthouse. Across the street is the Honolulu Museum of Art. You can see that. Included that in my paper. And also the Honolulu Museum Art School. This is a closer view at Thomas Square Park. These banyan trees are significant. They're all over the island, but they were planted here in the late 1800s. And during the monarchy of the Hawaiian Islands, King Kamehameha III named this place after Admiral Richard Darton Thomas, and he helped the monarchy regain control of the Hawaiian island chain. Additionally, in 1925, it was made into a park managed by the city and county of Honolulu, and it was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1972. Really quick, I just wanted to show you Tacos Zarate. This was recommended by one of my neighbors, actually, and when I called, they told me it was originally owned by Portuguese Americans who had come to the island, and now the owners are locals from another island. This is the church, the only Hispanic cultural church in Makiki. I can't really get a good view of it, but I wanted to show you just the area. It's a couple blocks down from Mercado De La Raza, and this is the Seventh-day Adventist Hispanic church in Makiki. There is this little Latino American market. It's called Mercado De La Raza, and in Hawaii in general, especially the community of Makiki, there's not a huge Hispanic prevalence here. Just not a lot of neighborhoods or communities with a large Hispanic population, which is kind of unfortunate. But I called earlier, and the owner is Martha Sanchez, and she's from Los Angeles. Her relatives are from Mexico, and I just wanted to point out that in the 1830s, King Kamehameha III of the Hawaiian Islands brought Mexican cowboys to control cattle populations. So that's one of the main reasons that the Hispanic culture, the Mexican culture, was brought here in the beginning. And unfortunately, it is not the second or last Saturday of the month. It is during the week, so no tamales.